tell you what, I'm addicted to this shit. I am. Um. Anyway, what do you think? What do people out there, listen to me. Listen to me, Linda. Listen to me, Linda. Listen to me. Listen. No, 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 Linda. Listen to me. Listen to me. Okay? What do you people think about what the president said? Like, I'm after going to go after ISIS like it's the year 1776. Yeah, I'm joking. See, it was really shitty thing. What the hell happened here? Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, put that bad bitch back. Okay. Yeah, whatever. Linda, listen to me. Listen to me. You ever see that video? You ever see that clip? Listen, Linda. Linda, listen. I need ice cream. But anyway, like I was saying before, I was really interrupted by my own damn ADD. What do you think? What do you think's going through the president's mind? Is he is he doing this? Is he going after ISIS? Trying to what is it? War, whatever. With basically like war permissions to send troops and military resources to hunt down and go after and kill these fucking scumbags. And ISIS, I think it should have happened last year. To be honest with you, and not December. I think way sooner before that. I just, I don't know. It's this could have been dealt with months ago. Would we still be fighting them? Would we? When I say we, I'm the military, so I could say we, not people that are just sitting on the couch doing nothing but eating Doritos, watching porn, and wondering why something's orange. What I'm trying, like, when we go and fight, like, why didn't we do this sooner? You know, why didn't we um target ISIS sooner? Not just and military support. I mean, but like swift military actions. They were killing American civilians months and months ago. They're killing people by the droves months and months and months ago. We These people did not just become bad overnight. They've been bad for a while. They've been around for a little while. Why can't we just go and do what we do best? Go kick people's asses and not figure out what the end strategy is, like what's the end game to it all. So I'd like that the president's taking some action now, but I think in a way it's little too late. I think it's a little too late in a way. Whatever, however, we go after him, I'm sure whatever strikes we make, they're gonna be they're gonna be good. And they're gonna be precise. They're gonna be debilitating towards ISIS, but is it gonna be enough? Are we gonna do enough? Or are we just gonna, pop off the occasional, bomb, and and that's it. Like, oh, we really don't want to put any troops on the ground. Listen, ask troops out there. Do you really want to go over there? The troops will say, I believe, no, I don't want to go there. Nobody wants to go to war. If there's people out there that want to go to the war, you know what they do? You know who they are? You know what they are? They're people that have been divorced and everything was taken away from them. So they're like, eh, you know, least over there, I'm not going to get taken for a ride. I know exactly what I'm signing up for. You know what I mean? Would I go over there if I had to? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Go kick bad guys' asses. And these are like bad guys in the purest form. They're just cutting people's heads off without regard, burning pilot, men, women, um, people from, I don't know, possibly sympathetic areas. They've killed Americans, they've killed Russians, they've killed Japanese, they've killed Jordanians, they've killed, I think, British, French, other Middle Eastern countries, Iraqi, Syrians, Kurds. You know, so they kill with no discretion and they kill with no regard. They're a killing machine. But guess what? As I bite my tongue, guess what? The United States military is. The United States military is the biggest, baddest killing machine, and I mean that in all pure forms of romanticism out there. We will kill. We. This is what the military's job is. Okay, when it all boils down to it, people screw up, or we're told that people screwed up, and they really need to get their asses handed to them, like literally handed to them. Like, we'll blow the back of you off, up, blow you up, blow you on up and up, not blow you on the up and up, but blow you up, and then hand you the backside to you. Like, here, we just blew your ass off. Here, you want to hold this because now we're gonna get the rest of you. That's what the military, the United States military does as a whole. We go and we kick ass right clean off. So all there is like some entrails and a tailbone just wiggling around. Look like George Alexander's character from um whatever that fat chick movie is. Um Shallow Hell. So I don't think ISIS wants to mess with us, and if they do, I think they forgot how freaking kick ass we can be in the first month of a war. I mean, after the first couple months, I think everything gets kind of silly and kind of messed up. But in the first couple months, just while they're still there thinking that they can line up and fight us, we're there. Okay. We're right there, just beating a pounding into your uneducated thought process that you had on us. We'll go there and kick your ass, ISIS. ISIS, can you hear? ISIS, ISIL, ISIL, ISIS, whatever you want to call yourselves, the caliphate, whatever you want to call yourselves. Your ass will be kicked. You will scurry like rats. Okay? Can I speak in the rhetoric they speak? And we will destroy your family's family because you are dogs, you are cowards, blah, 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 so on and so forth. Yes, we will kick your ass. No, we will destroy the the ground will quake in fear. No, the ground won't quake in fear when the U.S. military shows up. You know what the ground will do? The ground, we will blow up the ground. That's what the U.S. military does. We'll blow you up, blow the skies up, the trees, the clouds. If there's clouds, we will blow the clouds up. 155 rounds up in the air. Poof, we will kick the cloud ass because somebody looked up at that cloud and says, huh, I see a picture of ISIS in there. Poof, blow it up. There you go. Come on, red legs. Go get them sorry sons of bitches up there. Stupid clouds. And guess what? Everything on the ground. We'll get everything. Like, if there's nothing left, we'll look at the ground and say, boys, you know what's in there. Blow it up on the up and up. Completely just blow up, would destroy everything. Okay. We will destroy everything. Now that Brian Williams is on the way, there's not going to be any tattletales. So that's what we'll do. We'll just blow up the ground, blow up the sky, blow up ISIS. And then once they figure out, like, oh man, these dudes mean it's a serious level of business, we're not going to mess with them. We're going to run and we're going to hide. And that's when war gets stupid because then they're hiding. Then got to go and find you. And then that's when the cameras are in the way. Everybody's in the way. It's when war gets really tricky. It's like, it's like a level 7, all right, in a 10 level game. Really, you got to be really precise. But those first 3 rounds, those first 4 rounds, just gonna crush you. All right. Moving on, moving on. So I think, okay, good job, Obama's cabinet and Congress and the Senate. Hopefully, you pass this bill so we can go and kick some ass. Hopefully, this bill or this policy, this inaction, this declaration doesn't neuter the military to where we're just throwing firecrackers, like we're lighting off Roman candles, like guys, because we can't do anything else. Literally, one of the tools I had to use in combat was a pen flare. Yep, it was about the size of a pen, about that big, and you hit it, and a signal flare came out. Like our first line of that's when they realized like these dudes are ass clowns now. A couple years ago, they were just shredding us with Abrams and Bradley fire in 155 rounds, okay, and Warthogs and Apaches. Now they're shooting pen flares at us to warn us that they will use a bullhorn on us. And then if all else fails, then they'll use an M16 once. Yeah, if anybody was over there at a certain time when the pen flare, the pen is mightier than the sword. Yeah, except if it shoots a flare out. Okay. So you don't want to use a pen flare in combat. You don't want to be around long enough to where you have to use a pen flare in combat because 2 things will happen. 1, you shoot a pen flare, they shoot a real gun. And 2, Brian Wilson will say he was shot with not only the pen flare, but also the gun. So then 7 years from now, you're going to have to say, liar, liar, pants on fire. You pants really should have been on fire if you were shot with a pen flare. That's what happens in instances like that. But moving on. I'm going to say now. Oh, I tried this gin last night. Spot on, man. Citrus gin. Had less juniper in it, less of that piney taste, and more of the citrus flavor. It was good. Like a Doc Hollins without all the other stuff because I had the citrus gin, infused gin with some tonic water. Out of this, no, it wasn't out of this world because if it was out of this world, it would be really hard to drink because it most likely would have evaporated, boiled away because it's hot out there in the sun, in the space rather, right? Is it hot or is it cold? I don't know. Either way, wouldn't be drinking it in outer space, aka out of this world. I don't know why anybody says, wow, this is out of this world. No, you literally have it with you right now in this world. It's in your hands. It's not out of anything. It didn't go up and up to outer space, to out of this world. You have it. You're holding it. You're grasping it. Why do people use such shitty cliches and horrible puns? And it really is ridiculous. That's what you can do. That is what you can do. If you see somebody over the course of the next week and they're using really crappy puns to try to convey a message or try to be funny, just tell them, shut up. Because the next word you speak, you will be slapped in the face. And this is not rhetorical. This is not a simile. This is not a metaphor. This is not a pun. There's none of that. Okay. It's not a threat. It is a statement. It is a factual statement. If you keep going on with that crappy wordplay, I, state your name, will smack you in the face. Not in the face, but smack you on the face. Don't say, I'm going to hit you. I'm going to smack you in your face because I seriously doubt you're going to reach in their mouth and smack the inside of their mouth or have the capability of reaching in their nose and smacking them in their sinus cavities. Okay? Or what do? Pop an eyeball out, stick your hand in there and smack around? No, don't do that. You're not gonna do that. What you were going to do is smack somebody on the face. So, because if anybody ever goes, I'm going to smack you in your face, I'd be like, no, you're not. And even if you smack me right now, you're still not going to. So I'm not being a smartass. I'm not being a badass. I'm also not a dummy. You're not going to smack me in my face. You might really hit me hard on my cheek, on the side of my head, my ear, my temple, my eye, maybe clip my lip and my nose, my chin. You most likely can do that. And it will cause some pain. But what I'm not going to have you do is smack me in my face because that involves some surgical devices and I don't have time for that. Okay. I'm not Hannibal Lecter, not even eating any fava beans. So, with all that being said, let's move on, shall we? Because now this is getting a little morbid. Buy yourself, speaking of morbid, Valentine's Day is coming up. You know what I say to that? Ugh. That's what I say. Just, ugh. There's nothing cool about Valentine's Day. There really isn't anything cool. And if anybody says otherwise, they're lying to you. There's no guy out there enjoys Valentine's Day. What guy do you know enjoys Valentine's Day? There that actually enjoys it? No. No, you don't even enjoy the gifts you get. It's just there's no need for it. Oh yeah, this is another thing I wanted to talk about. Um it's kind of weird now. You damn atheists out there. There was the guy. There's a guy in North Carolina that shot three neighbors, possibly over a parking spot, and people initially jumped up around like, oh, Islamophobia, blah blah blah, crazy redneck right winger gun owner in North Carolina. Come to find out, um, self-proclaimed atheist charged in slaying of North Carolina students. Father of two, victim says triple homicide was a hate crime. Yeah, hate crime, not in the classical sense. The middle-aged white man charged with fatally shooting three young Muslim students near the University of North Carolina is a self-proclaimed atheist whose Facebook page is full of rants. There's nothing complicated about it, and I have every right to insult a religion that goes out of its way to insult, to judge, and to condemn me as an inadequate human being, which your religion does with self-righteous gusto. The suspects, Craig Stephen Hicks, nice name, jackass. He wrote on Facebook without calling out any specific religious doctrine. He added, the moment that your religion claims any kind of jurisdiction over my experience, you insult me on a level that you can't even begin to comprehend. For now, Chapel Hill police are saying they're still investigating it. No idea, no evidence of a hate crime, no proof of a hate crime. Instead, they believe that the killings Tuesday was sparked by a long-standing dispute over parking spaces with the three victims. Um, You said it was the father of two of the victims says it was a hate crime. Says it was an execution style, a bullet in every head. The father told the newspaper this was not a dispute over parking spaces. It was a hate crime. The man had picked my daughter and her husband picked on my daughter and husband a couple times before, and he talked with them with his gun in his belt, and they were uncomfortable with him. They said. Uh, okay, because last month Hicks 46 posted a photo of his holstered gun sitting on a kitchen scale. Yes, this is 1 pound 5.1 ounces for my loaded 38 revolver. It's holster and 5 extra rounds in a speed loader. Hicks wrote with a photo. Brock and yes, married, honest to God, she said he hates us for what we not look like. Um, Let's see, anything else interesting? An attorney for Karen Hicks, Michael English, said, that's the suspect's wife, said Craig Hicks has a concealed weapons permit. Facebook post Hicks' anti religious views appeared to target all faiths. 2 days before the shooting, he shared a text posted, "Why are radical Christians and radical Muslims so opposed to each other's influence when they agree about so many ideological issues?" Hicks, a paralegal studies student. Oh, Hicks, a paralegal studies student at Durham County Technical College since 2012, also wrote on Facebook that he doesn't care for political parties, only constitutional rights. Some call me a gun toting liberal, others call me an open minded conservative, he posted. His interests on Facebook seem to run the gamut from lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender cause to Second Amendment rights in sports. Hunter, a day before the shooting, he shared a funny puppy video on his timeline. "I don't fall into any categories, as I do not follow any decision blindly," for a group, Hicks wrote about himself. Um, the Southern Poverty Law Center, National Civil Rights Organization, told Yahoo News that Hicks is not in its database of known extremists. According to his Facebook page, Hicks is a fan of the Alabama based hate watchdog group. According to public records, Hicks has no previous criminal history. On Wednesday, a judge ordered him held without bail. Sure. This is a weird story. It's not a weird story, though. Like I said, you have, you have your crazy psycho religious right, and you have your crazy um, non religious far left. You've seen what crazy people on the religious right have done with their psychobabble and their insidious hate and hate speech and things of that nature, and targeting like minorities, targeting gays. I mean, these are like the extreme psycho religious rights. Okay. You've seen how they gone after minorities and how they've gone after other religions, how they've gone after people of different sexual preference. And not just, I don't want you to think it's just Christianity, but the extreme right for Islam and any other religion out there that has a tinge of violence. Okay, it's on the from coming from one side, the very far right. Now you look at this guy who's on the extreme far left. He hates hate groups. He's pro guns. He's pro government staying out of there. He's pro homosexuality. He's pro this and that. Well, from by all accounts, looks like free speech as well. But he hated religion, and he happened to kill 3 people that were Muslim. I don't know if that's I don't know how you would categorize that, other than a psychotic terroristic thug. You know, I mean, people always said, "Oh, look, atheists are intelligent. Atheists are this," and I'm not knocking atheists. I know a lot of atheists, and 99% of them, well, no, let's not give them that much credit. Good 80% of them are intelligent, well spoken, well thought individuals. And I respect conversations I've had with them before. And it's like, great, okay. I see why you chose the path you chose, the way you're saying things. Kudos to you, man. Same thing for people that are spiritual. Kudos to them. Really formulated an intelligent train of thought and why they're spiritual. And then you got the fringe. This guy happens to be the fringe of the left, the fringe on the left, the extreme atheist with a gun. What do extremists do? They go after things that they dislike, things they hate. So the extreme pro-religious folks go after what they perceive as people that aren't correctly living their lives according to their religion, you know, according to their interpretation of religion. So, that's where that comes into play. Now you look, it's like it was bound to happen on the other side, and this exactly what happened right here. You had a guy that hated religion with a passion, and he went after people that obviously were religious, because I've seen like the two girls that were killed, they had like whatever the burqas, that the head scarves, and that's not a sign of like extreme liberal Muslims. Okay, not a sign of atheists. It's a sign of practicing Muslims. That's what this guy targeted him for that. Making an assumption, educated guess, opinion, whatever you want to call it. Now that's what we're gonna. I think we're gonna have more of that. Excuse me, I really do think we're gonna have more people on the extreme left killing, indiscriminately. It's a nice word. Because that's just, I think if you're a protagonist of something, there's an antagonist for you. Whether you're a proper protagonist or an improper protagonist, that's up for debate and discussion. But every protagonist has an antagonist. And if you are extreme in your views, then you're extreme in your actions. Hold on, I gotta text somebody. You guys done yet? My daughter she was in an operetta last night. Alice in Wonderland Jr. I didn't know Alice was a boy who had a son just like her. I didn't know that at all. But anyway, I went and I watched it last night. If there are any parents out there, it's the coolest thing in the world. My kid didn't get much stage time. She was in the chorus part of this operetta. It was a play. It was a stage performance, and the chorus came out a couple times. But it was grades. It was like upper elementary school, third, fourth, fifth grade, and my daughter's in she was in the lowest performing grade level. And so they just had a chorus singing part, a couple singing parts, which was cool. I enjoyed it. And the older kids, the fourth, fifth, whatever, sixth, or whatever, those kids, they had the roles, they had the big roles, maybe a couple other kids, but for the most part, the younger kids had just the generalized role. I watched it and I actually enjoyed. I hate this stuff. I hate doing that stuff. I really do. As a dad, I want to be supportive of that sort of thing. But then it's like, after watching, it's like, this stuff isn't that good. This stuff's kind of crappy. I don't really like it. So, it's it just go and show up. That's what I usually do. I just go because I want to support my child, but I don't have any illusions of being completely entertained. Last night, a little bit different of a story. Holy shit, was this a good performance? This was a better performance than what you've seen on certain stages, I believe. I really believe that. I mean, they had props, they had stage crew, they had all these kids had wireless microphones. This was like $200 a piece, or easily over 100. I would say easily. I would say these are $200 units, and there's like a couple dozen kids at a time with these on. It's like that's a couple $1,000s in just wireless microphones. completely blown away in the amount of detail that went into this performance. I mean, there was set changes, there's all this stuff. I mean, Alice in Wonderland, she's normal, then she's little, then she's big. They had different girls playing out. It was freaking pretty damn freaking cool, So I went to her performance last night, and then now Grandma went to tonight's performance to go see her, and Loudmouth is going to be coming in any moment. I'm blah blah blah. You're going to see in a minute why, just like my mom. In 5, 4, 3, hey. So you're going to see. Oh, very nice. Did you get those for being on stage? Oh, well, that's what happens. That's a tradition after you have a stage performance. The people get flowers. Would you like to talk? Hey, my kid just came in. You don't have to be on camera, but you've just been in front of a ton of people.
Yeah, so what?
You want to hear? You want to talk? How was your Can you hear okay?
Yeah.
How was your performance tonight?
Amazing.
Yeah? Was it amazing? I was just talking about it actually,
You were.
and how those things usually suck, and I really don't like them, but I was really thoroughly entertained last night on the performance. Yeah. And the detail and all the stuff that went into it, it was really good. So, how was your first time being on a big stage?
Nerve-wracking.
Nerve-wracking?
Yeah.
Yeah? Did you
Second
poop
time.
the second time? This was your third performance in 2 days, right? Did you poop your pants? No, you didn't poop your pants, did you? Okay. Was it fun?
Yeah.
It was fun? Do you think you want to be on stage more often?
Yeah.
It runs in the family, right?
Yeah, I want to do it for 2 more years until.
And then you're gonna retire?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I do stage work, right?
I know.
Okay. Are you done talking?
Yeah.
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 Okay.
Bye.
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 So, anyway, that was my kid, and she got her flowers as any stage performer will have after a big performance. It really wasn't that big of a performance. It was like I could have took a nap for an hour in between spots, um, for set, but it was good nonetheless. So, God, I'm glad that's over with, because this was like I had to take her to school early. She stayed at school late. She was probably enjoying it this week because they had no homework. But it was like all this stuff in the front end and the back end of dealing with this stuff. It's like I didn't sign up for this crap. Why do I have to spend more gas money because she signed up to be on stage? Because it was like a dozen a dozen practices and rehearsals and stuff like that. It's like I remember doing this stuff when I was younger, and it was like 1 or 2 practices like before or after school, then a couple in school. That's really about it. But like I said, this stuff was big. I don't know. Some people should be put to shame for some of the perform like these local like small theaters, like these small classic theaters and stuff like that. Huh? What? Don't put me to shame. Um, some of these local classical theater venues should take notes, because a bunch of elementary school kids and some, alcoholic music teacher just did a whole hell of a lot better than some classical theaters. I can tell you that much. And I don't know what's going on. There's a level of weirdness going on here right now. Anyway, I'm going to end the show early because I want to. And I have been speaking for an hour and 40 minutes straight, and I've had to go to the bathroom. So, with that being said, I'm going to go. But next week we have Andy Oak. He is the producer, creator, director, and writer of the First Lady documentary series. And then the week after that, I'm going to have Ken from the Holistic Revolution. We're going to talk about dieting, nutrition, and just blowing up governments. And then most likely I'll have Coda Mike from Coda Boards, Coda Longboards from Denver, Colorado, or Colorado Springs or Boulder, one of those places. And then it's looking like possibly I'll have Miroslava Comstock. We'll talk about fitness and things of that nature, and guns. A lot of guns, a lot of skateboards, and healthy food over the next month. And then on Center Mass with Rob and Silent J, we're going to have Matt Best from Article 15 Clothing. They're going to be coming out with a new line of whiskey. And Ken is also going to be on the Center Mass with Rob and Silent J. He's going to do the back-to-back shows. He's going to do Center Mass with Rob and I, and then he's going to do my own show. You could compare the two shows and how I do a show with a co-host with a guest, and then the very same guest, how it's a completely different show just a couple days later. It's a different mood, different tone, different vibe, all that good stuff. It's different. The only thing different about tonight is the end time. I'm going to go, okay? I would say I love you all, but that would be a lie. That would be a big fat lie, okay? So I'm going to go. My kid just got home. I want to congratulate her on kicking butt on her performance. And I'm very much proud of her. And hopefully she follows in Dad's footsteps and becomes an entertainer, okay? Entertaining being the key word. With that being said, I'm going to go check out vetsonmedia.com, www.vetsonmedia.com. You can listen to Tactical 16 Radio with Silent J every Wednesday from 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can check out Center Mass with Rob and Silent J, 10:30 p.m. Pacific, Sunday nights, 7:30 Pacific, 10:30 Eastern Standard Time, Sunday nights. Okay? Check out tactical16.com. Get your book a lovely for Valentine's Day. And also check out ironmikemag.com and check out Coda Boards. Okay? Do that. Go to Coda Boards on Facebook and buy some of their stuff. Okay? Well, with that being said, my friends, I'm going to go. And if you don't buy Death Letters from Dave Peters, God will strike you down. Down, down. On the down, down. On the down low. Not on the up and up, but on the down, down. All right? I will see you guys later. Take care. Goodbye. I'm tired.
For my family, for my friends, for all those that we lost our say, this is a message, this is for you. Never forget the Lower East Side Crew. For my family.